What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here and being subs. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV. I'm actually recording this for the second time. I was in the middle of doing this yesterday. And something happened and the recording shut off in the middle. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I just said, you know what? I don't even have the patience and the desire to re-record this right now. So I'm just going to let it go and I'll come back to it when I can get to it. And my life has just been, it's just been a lot of going on right now. I'm not going to get into all of it. So I'm just getting back into it now just to get my mind off of some things, because in this life, the Bible says we will have trials and tests, but be of good courage because the Lord has delivered us out of them all. So that's just a little encouragement for you guys. If you might be going through some things, I don't know. I'm not a preacher, never intended on being one. But if I can encourage somebody in the midst of me going through as well, that's what I want to do. And talking about other people's stuff, it helps to get your mind off of what you're going through too. So that's one of the reasons why I'm taking a minute to circle back and get back to what I was talking about before. And I wanted to share some thoughts because I previously did a reel of reality TV where I was discussing carlosking and how it was really strange to me that he was trying to blame possibly content creators, possibly fans, maybe even one of the stars of the show. I don't know. But just my observation, it felt like to me that he was blaming others for problems and issues that the business that Latisha and Marsauscott own, known as Blaque, have been facing. And I just found that really strange. And so I just shared my thoughts on a little, but I wanted to circle back to it because one of my subscribers and commenters shared a thought that I felt was so spot on. I want to read this person's comment. I'm not going to say their name, but I responded to them and I give her much credit. And so I wanted to share this comment and talk a little bit more about this and go a little bit deeper because they were spot on. And when I was sharing my thoughts on it, I really wasn't thinking too deep into what he was saying. I really was just sharing it and just coming off the top of my dome. Like, who was he talking about and what is he talking about? And how could he have the audacity to blame anyone for any business issues that they may be going through, that they may be dealing with, when ultimately these people have been on this show for years. And the stuff that I really hear about, which is by way of other content creators talking about things and sharing things on social media, when it comes to litigation that they're going through, we don't hear them talking about these things on the show. And so while I understand that when you are in litigation, there's some things that you cannot divulge, but you can be on the surface level talking about it. You can talk about how it makes you feel. You may not be able to get into the facts and the discovery of the case and sharing details that happen in the courthouse, but the court records are public documents. So if people have the desire to, they can pull those public records and read through them. So that stuff is not private. So they could talk about the things that's already out there, as well as just talking about how the shit makes you feel. They could talk about those things. But all the other stuff that they've been talking about is just really weird to me. And so I wanted to share this comment and share my thoughts on it. So the commenter said, I think a lot of what Carlos was speaking about had nothing to do with Blaque. He was speaking of himself. how people have come for him about his trash show and how he treats Mel. He is so messy. He doesn't like when people push back. Also, he's upset about that $105 million lawsuit. He can thank Maurice for that. Not all people will put up with bullying and intimidation. Great job. I have not watched this trash all season. He used that podcast with Mel to use Sonny and Moses, but Mel and the Millimeters was not okay with that trash. They even booed him. But he brought that trash to the television anyways. How many times have Marceau came from Mel's business? He never defended her. All she does is sell t-shirts, and everything she has done haven't stuck. I have never heard Mel say anything about their business. And that is the end of the comment. And that is that. On that. It's 100% accurate. I have not heard Melody trash their business at all. And as a matter of fact, last season, when they did the Blaque Business Expo, and yes, I said Expo, because that's the way Tisha pronounced it. When they did that, Mel decided she did not want to be involved with it, but she would show up and show support. And she did. And not only that, after it was completed and they had this little roundtable discussion to discuss how things went and how they could possibly do it better if they chose to do it again in the future. Melody was trying to give, honestly, constructive criticism, and Tisha didn't want to hear it. I don't need feedback. Like, girl, who in business doesn't need feedback? I understand nobody wants to listen to things that they feel is negative about them all the time, if that's all you feel like you're hearing. But you need to take heed because, honestly, it doesn't seem like things have been working out. And if you have someone, whether you like them or not, whether it's jealous vibes, whatever it is that you have towards this person, but they're willing to give you some constructive criticism and they are a successful person, maybe you might want to listen, get rid of the pride and put that to the side because they could possibly help you so that you could level up, so that you could do things better. But no, you'd rather try to be in competition and just dwell in the jealous pool versus stepping out of that and stepping into the stream of success that Melody has been able to dwell in. It's ridiculous to me. So, yeah, this commenter is right. Carlos going off on people coming for Black, trying to destroy his heritage and his plans for generational wealth for his family and whatnot. Well, I didn't hear him giving that same energy to them about Melody's business. And Melody, at this point, is a single parent of 4 children. Tisha and Marceau, they're still married. Whether it's happy or not, it's on them. Who freaking cares? I don't. But they are a married couple in one household with 3 children. Melody's trying to do the best she can to raise 4 children without the help of the man that she was married to for all of those years, who also has been trying to destroy her and ruin her reputation publicly. It's disgusting. I haven't heard him once address any of those things. You know why? Because there's a conflict of interest, and his interest is on the side of Martell. And he knows that that's not the popular opinion. So instead of just being fake for the public, which I really don't want him to be either, but I'm just saying, instead of being fake for the public and showing support, he wanted to break the fourth wall and show up on a FaceTime call with Melody on the first episode of the new season. Like I said, I'm not watching this season, but I did see some of the clips on Instagram. And lo and behold, there he is wanting to be on the show. Because, you know, Carlos is like that chick. If you've seen Coming to America, the first one, the real one, I'll say that much. We all remember that infamous scene when Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall went to the clubs in New York looking for his queen. And the scene with the woman where they were dozing off and falling asleep because she was talking about all the things that she wants to do. She wants to sing, she wants to direct, she wants to produce, she wants to be in her own videos and star in her own videos and produce her own music. Like, she wanted to do everything. And that's Carlos. He wants to do everything. And you cannot be a jack of all trades and master all of them. And that's why the shows are failing. He can try to claim that the season is doing well in the ratings, but we all know that that's not the case. It's not true. And so I just wanted to talk about that because I loved what this person said. It was 100% spot on. And yeah, I do believe that his rant and going off about people coming for Blaque was him projecting and meaning, for the most part, how dare these people come for my creations, my show, boycotting my show, blacking it out, this and that and the other. How dare these people come for me and what I do and how I do it. So instead, he wants to talk about Blaque, because the truth is, who's coming for that business? There may have been a few people who said they went there and it was closed. Who cares? Who cares? Because if they went there and it was closed and they had a good reason for it being closed, then why not just discuss that? Or be honest. Because a lot of people are going through tough times. I'm not here to tear down and destroy anyone's business, even if I don't care for them. I don't know them to not care for them. I don't like some of the things that I've seen about them and how they have done some things and some things that they have said. Absolutely. But I would never be here to destroy anyone's business, because I'm a small business owner. I get what it means to try to do something. You have a vision. You're working really hard. You're trying to take care of your family. And ultimately, like Carlos did say, everybody's doing what they're doing to make money. We all got bills to pay. So I would never be here to try to take food out of anyone's mouth. I am never here to do anything like that. So if you're going through struggles, just be honest about it. Because if you're on a reality show, you have been given the blessing that a lot of people who have businesses don't have, that some, not all, but some would literally kill for the opportunity to be on it, because they know that it's pretty much free marketing for their businesses. Marketing and advertising is not cheap. I got the receipts to prove it. It's not. And so the only way people really know about your business and businesses is if you promote and market them, and that costs money. So how many people get the opportunity to actually own a business? Not these people who get on reality shows and then they start businesses after the fact. And I'm not even knocking that either. But I'm just saying, how many people who already have businesses get the opportunity to get a reality show so that they can make money by being on this reality show, but also that also gives them the opportunity to promote and market their businesses. So you're pretty much on the opposite end of the spectrum, which is an extremely small minority of people where you're being paid to market your business versus people like myself who have to pay to market and advertise their businesses. Most people are not getting paid to promote and market their businesses. So I don't have any sympathy for anyone who may be going through a rough time and a struggle in their business, and they are on a reality show and they're getting paid. Whether you're getting paid the least or the most, you're getting paid. So I don't have any sympathy for them, because you have an opportunity to be on a show where you're getting paid. And if you are going through things, you're not going to be honest about that and tell the viewing audience what's up. You want to put on airs and act like everything is all well and dandy, then no, I don't see it for that. Absolutely not. So when I saw that little clip from the upcoming season or upcoming episode, which I think is airing in 2 or 3 weeks from now, whatever, I don't have any issue with Mel asking them about, well, hey, someone I know went by the business at whatever time it was and it was closed. Why was it closed? I don't care about how was that destroying their business. I feel like that's trying to keep them honest. You're on a freaking reality show and you're not going to be honest. And you want to try to flip it to make it seem like people are being nasty and they're bringing drama. No, We're asking you real questions because you're on a reality show. So don't give me that BS about melodies being messy. And I don't buy that. I don't agree with that. Everyone has the right to their opinions, but I believe that that opinion is wrong. And that is my opinion and my right to believe that if anyone thinks that about her, that it's wrong. Because if you have an opportunity to get on a reality show, you're getting paid, okay? And you get to promote and market your business for free. You don't have any receipts for any advertising and marketing that you're paying for. Then I don't give a damn if you're going through stuff and you get upset that somebody asks you a question about your business and you can't be honest. You don't get any sympathy. Period. And I'm sorry, I got worked up. I got heated because the more I thought about it, I'm like, what? Who the hell does carlosking think he is to sit there and talk about it's effed up that people try to come for this man's legacy? Nobody's coming for his legacy, sweetheart. Nobody's coming for his legacy. Anybody that asks a question, which ain't much, it ain't many people. Let's be clear about that. All right. It's not like they have some big time business in Vegas somewhere or whatever. You're in Huntsville, Alabama. How many people travel down to Huntsville, Alabama? Period. And the ones that are there, from what I heard, there were people that were making complaints. It was more so neighbors, not content creators or people on social media trying to destroy their business. So maybe that's a sign that they aren't operating their business appropriately. Don't try to comfort people about sharing their opinions about this place. If you decided to get a business like that and a cigar lounge, which I guess is sort of like a restaurant too, restaurants have the highest failure in business. The highest failure in business. They are extremely hard to operate. It may look sexy. You may have these cute ideas about, all right, I'm going to have a bar and I'm going to have these cute named drinks and we're going to do tapas, and which is, another name for appetizers. And we're going to do this and we're going to do that. But it really takes true grit, true dedication, true brains to operate a restaurant business and have longevity and be successful. Most restaurants fail in the first 7 years. So I'm honestly not surprised that they are going through issues. Not so much that they are, just because they're going through issues, I'm not surprised. But I'm just saying because of the success rate of restaurants in America, it is the statistics that it is extremely high for most restaurants to fail in the first 7 years. And when I say most restaurants, I'm talking about businesses like Black Cigar Lounge, which is a creation. It's not a franchise that they bought into. Maybe if they had bought a Subway, invested into Five Guys, burgers and fries, or even like a sit-down restaurant that was already established, maybe they would have more opportunity for seeing longevity and success because those are already built, proven models of restaurant businesses. So the statistics of restaurants closing in the first 7 years, it actually is more so about businesses like Black Cigar Lounge that is a new creation. And sometimes people feel like being on TV, it automatically is going to give them success in this other business venture that they have created. Even Nene Leakes, who used to be on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, her lounge shut down. The Lanithia Lounge, I believe is what it was called. I think her lounge shut down within the first 3 years or something like that. And it's not a knock to her. It's just the reality. It's the reality. They are extremely hard to operate. You are relying on your staff to be there when they need to be there, to be dependable, to be reliable. I'm not in the restaurant industry, but I'm in the beauty industry. I actually have a brick and mortar business. And I'm telling you, these days, it's so much different when it comes to staffing. It's different. The landscape is different. And I'm not going to go into all of the details about that, but I'm just being real when I say if they want to be on this reality show, they need to be real about what's going on. But I mean, this show's on its last leg anyway, so really, who cares at this point in time? But I digress. I wanted to talk about that comment. I wanted to share my thoughts on it, so you can let me know yours in the comments section, guys. I really appreciate you being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and I'm going to say bye.